here comes one of the biggest superstars on the planet. Please welcome Superman himself, the super talented and super handsome Henry Cavill.
See you, man.
Well, you look super and you smell divine.
Oh, thank you.
But dude, when you walk down the street, is it like, do people scream and holler like that? And I hear cat calls and everything else.
All the time.
All the time?
Everyone screams. It's horrifying. No, not really. If I ever get spotted, then sort of you see a few like heads turn just as I'm walking past, but otherwise it's not so crazy.
I have to tell you, it is inspired casting, really. As I'm looking at you, I'm like very giddy.
But you call yourself a gypsy.
Yeah.
And because you're always on the road, you're always traveling, but where do you live?
I live in London. That's home base.
You said that like you had to think about it yourself.
Yeah, I was like, which country am I in now?
Yeah.
I live in London, yes, that's home base.
And so do you dream of one day moving to the countryside, to a big castle, or?
Not necessarily a castle, but countryside, yes, that is the dream. It's about
so beautiful,
finding the right place to move to, really.
Yeah.
You know, a place which has decent infrastructure, but is way out of the way and lots of land and stuff, so I can live with all my, you know, friends and family on the property.
Would you ever move to, say, New York or LA?
Well, I've got London. And to go to a built-up place like New York and LA after I already have London, it just seems like I'm, you know, throwing money at more property there, where if I move out to the countryside, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
What about New Jersey?
Now, yeah, I've moved to New Jersey.
The Garden State.
But
Yeah.
you're from Jersey, though. But
I am.
Channel Islands,
Yeah.
Jersey.
Ah, the other Jersey.
Yes.
Old Jersey.
Then I can try and become the king of New Jersey.
Yes,
And
exactly.
we can have wars with old Jersey.
But do you have a lot of family still out in the Channel Islands?
I do indeed, yes. I have my mum, my dad, 2 brothers, 2 sisters-in-law, and a nephew.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
So your
I think
brothers,
that's right.
your brothers
Have
are
I missed
married.
anyone?
Yeah.
Sorry if I missed you.
So your brothers are married?
Yes, they all are. Yeah.
Do they look like you?
We all have similarities. You can tell we're brothers.
Yeah.
You're just so excited.
They're married, though. Girls, I was just looking. I was checking. I check for the ladies. I like to check.
But I'm curious, since you are like a gypsy and you do travel so much, when you do get some downtime, what do you do to escape work? Where do you go? How do you get away?
If I've had like a really successful year, then to get away from it all, I know that this sounds a little like over the top and luxurious, but I like to treat my friends to like a private yacht trip. I take them all, them and their partners, for 2 weeks out to wherever it may be, with Caribbean or Thailand or something.
Oh, nice.
And we just get away from it. And
But
we
you
can
deserve it, though.
really
You
let our
work
hair
hard
down and
and
everything and do that.
And you share it with other people.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, that they get to go away and experience this as well.
Do you ever take people who are not really necessarily in your inner sanctum, but who you suspect might be tons of fun to be on vacation with?
No.
No. Okay, good. I just wanted to check that off. Are you a scuba diver and all that?
I enjoy scuba diving, yes.
Really?
A lot.
Do you have any,
Yeah, what's
any
down there?
scary things?
There's a lot of things down there.
Yeah, like what? Tell us.
I mean, you often see in the Caribbean, like barracuda and stuff, and the scary thing about barracuda is that everything else is moving, they're not.
Yeah, they just sit
They're
there.
really still, and they're normally sitting under a boat or something, so they look even more menacing.
Right.
But the worst thing I had was we were traveling between islands, and something got tied up in the propeller. And so we jumped in the water afterwards, or my friend jumped in the water to help undo the propeller, and I was just sitting up on deck, and he said, "You got to come down here and see this." And I was like, "Wait, see what?" I was like, "I don't know if I want to jump in the water if you're like, hey, come in here." I was like, no jumping in. And so put a mask on, jumped in, and he said, look down. Looked down, and we were over one of the really deep channels. There's absolutely nothing there.
So
it just goes,
drop-off.
yeah, it just goes into the dark nothingness.
Were you in
And
Anegada or something?
it just made you feel tiny.
Yeah.
And really, like, anything could come and get you from there.
Yeah.
And
See, that's why I wouldn't have jumped in right there.
It was definitely, there was girls watching, so I was like, oh, I'm going to have to do it. Like, he pulled me in. So,
Right.
Yeah. See, the things women make us do.
If it was just guys, I'd be like, I'm not getting in there. No way.
I'd be like, just tell me about it. Yeah. That's good enough. Hey, we got to take a quick break, man. Hey, when we come back, Henry's going to tell us about the superpower he wished he would have if he were a real-life superhero, okay? So stay right there. We'll be right back with Henry Cavill. We're back with Henry Cavill, star of Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. I saw the movie the other day.
Oh, you've seen it already?
I did. Can't talk about it, but I saw it. But you can tell us about it.
I can only talk so much about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you can't talk about it, I can't really talk about it.
Sworn to secrecy.
My sons have already ordered their tickets online, and they were freaking out because they had to wait a certain amount of time before the online line opened. Does that make sense?
Well, it's worth the wait.
Yes.
I'll just say that. That's all I can say. But what can you tell us about the film?
Well, I can tell you, it's Batman and Superman. It's the greatest gladiator match known to popular culture.
But in a real fist fight, who would win, you or Ben Affleck?
Hopefully I'd never have to fight him. I mean, he's a big dude, and he's got a big head.
He does.
Like, hitting that would hurt. That's not moving anyway.
Like, when he puts the mask on, does it look gigantic?
It looks gigantic anyway. It's even bigger when he puts the mask on, and then the helmet on top of that.
Yeah.
But if you could have any of the superpowers, which one would you have?
Now, I've thought about this. This is a tricky one, because most of the superpowers, they normally lie in with something else. Like, they're pretty useless unless you've got something else to go with, like flight, for example.
Right.
You think flight would be useful, right? But then, if you're going to fly anywhere, it's going to be freezing cold. And if you fly at any kind of speed, you're going to arrive naked.
Right.
Think about that.
That's great for some people, but I don't want to do that. And so I've kind of worked it out that I reckon that invulnerability is the only one which really works. In that way, you know, when you get old and stuff starts to hurt, it's not going to hurt.
You just regenerate.
Yeah, and also you can look after those you love more easily. Taking bullets.
If they didn't love you already enough.
What was your superpower?
What would my super? I think I'd want to be invisible.
That's pretty handy.
So creepy. That's the creepiest. It's the creepiest of all.
I'm really not here right now. What about you?
Me? I'd like to eat carbohydrates. The most popular. With reckless abandon.
Well, we're going to take a look at a clip, man. And like I say, I love the movie. I'm a big fan of yours. And in this scene, Clark Kent meets Bruce Wayne for the first time at a party that is being thrown by Lex Luthor. So here is Henry Cavill in Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Considering every time your hero saves a cat out of a tree, you read a puff piece editorial about an alien who, if he wanted to, could burn the whole place down. There wouldn't be a damn thing we could do to stop it.
Most of the world doesn't share your opinion, Mr. Wayne.
Little animosity right there. Little animosity that continues to build. And it is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice is in theaters next Friday, March 25th. Make sure you check it out. Superman himself, everybody, Henry Cavill.